Hello, I'm Cami from the blog Tidbits at tidbits-cami.com, and you are?
Ray.
Seriously, no British accent. This is Ray, my oldest daughter, goofball. We want to finally share her room. It's finished, clean, for as long as that lasts, but we're excited to share all the details with you, and it should be entertaining. Okay, Ray, do you remember what your request was? You had two requests when I asked you what you wanted for your room.
Red and black.
Red and black. You wanted a red bed and black walls. Do you remember my reaction?
Heck no.
Heck no. It wasn't quite that brutal, but I kind of just told you, that's nice, dear. You can have that when you move out.
That too.
Yeah. But then I looked upon my daughter.
I won't.
And I decided I've only got like 3.5 years left of you at home. Crazy, huh? And I should give you a red and black room. And if any of you have been following along very long, you know that red and black are not my typical colors, but they are hers. We even matched. Kind of intentionally, kind of not. But anyway, so I decided to work with it, and I decided that I could work with it and love it as well. Because what we really have in common, do you know what that is? Our love for
being stubborn.
Being stubborn. Okay. Very close. Our love for vintage and old. And so I knew that I could take your color preferences and that we could do lots of fun antique shopping and figure out a way to make this a room that we both love. Do you love it?
Yeah.
Yeah, turned out pretty good, huh? Okay. All right, so we'll kind of get into the details, but I want to ask you first, what's your favorite part about this room?
The bed.
The bed. You like to sleep or you like the design?
The red.
The red. So you love the red velvet bed. Yeah, do you remember we actually got a magazine from our house and there was this red plush velvet bed and you really liked it. And I could see the vision when I saw that bed, but it was like $2,000 and I'm like, nope, not gonna happen. So we did some searching online and found this really affordable red velvet platform bed and it turned out pretty good, huh? Mm-hmm. So good compromise there. We still got the look you wanted. It's way cute. And then for the bedding, what do you like about the bedding?
The black blanket.
The black blanket, okay. She likes red and black. All right, so for the bedding, we really wanted to keep it slim since this platform bed's kind of a modern take, I guess, but then we didn't want it to feel too modern. So we pulled in linen, of course, with this like oatmeal linen coverlet. Then we just got some plain white sheets and the quilted linen pillow covers for the shams. And then you love your scratchy pillow, huh? She loves it when I she loves it when I buy really textured, she calls them scratchy pillows. Scratchy. But it's cute. It's really cute. It's got the red and the green. Well, just a touch of green that we wanted in here because we didn't want it to feel Christmas. Do you love green? So it's got the red, black, just a touch of green. The scratchy pillow was like spot on. She loves her scratchy pillows. All right, should I tell them my favorite part of the room? I love the white. Well, we could talk about that. So she wanted black walls and I wanted them to be textured. And so I used Fresco Lime Wash paint. You guys have seen me use Fresco in my other kid's bedroom. It's a paint from Pure and Original. So I went with this black. I knew it would kind of look chalkboard, kind of look old world. It turned out amazing. We even spray painted like the fixtures, the light switch and outlets black so that it would go really well. But I didn't want all black walls. That was like, no. Is that what you envisioned when we kind of planned it?
I wanted one wall black.
You wanted just one accent wall?
Yeah.
Because I think you knew from a design standpoint, an all black room would feel really heavy. So that's why we did black in about the bottom third of the room and then just a bright white for the rest of it. So it really balances the light. Doesn't make this room feel dark, even though it's not that big. It still doesn't feel heavy. It just feels Feels moody, feels cool, feels like you. I think we nailed it. I nailed it. Okay, so, but that wasn't my favorite part. I'll tell you my favorite part. My favorite part is the nightstands that I found. They're pretty cool. So her dad, Mr. TIDBITS, took you guys all to Washington, remember? And I got to stay home and have 4 kid-free days. It's pretty awesome. And I went antique shopping and I wanted to get as much furniture as I could and surprise her when she got home. So I found these 2 nightstands. Do you remember you told me it would be weird to have 2 different nightstands? Yeah, you were like, what? You're gonna get 2 different ones? That's weird. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think adding that variety makes the room feel more collected. And so I found this really cool nightstand with these like vertical slots for her to like store notebooks and things in. It's a really interesting shape. And then this side over here, I don't know what this was. It definitely wasn't meant to be a nightstand, but oh, the black chippy paint, the wood coming through, it just stole my heart, and I was so glad. It like barely fits in that corner. We squeezed it in, but it works. So then I just found some really cool treasures for her while I was antique shopping, and these 3 little suitcases. She really wanted plants in her room, so I found some really cool plants, and so far we've kept them alive.
So far.
Thanks to me. You're not watering them. But she loves the plants in there, and I just found some cool containers for them. And then down here I found 2 like wood carved horse bookends, and we put her collection of Emily Dickinson poetry in there. That was like the best Christmas gift ever, huh?
A gun would have been better.
What?
A gun would have been better.
A gun would have been better. I don't know whose child she is. So she's been studying Emily Dickinson in our homeschool this past year, and I really wanted to get her the collection of all her poems. You like it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it may not be your favorite thing to read, but it's pretty cool. You'll pass it on to your kids and say how cool it was. Yeah, okay. All right, so I love the nightstands. And then do you want to tell them about this secretary desk? Do you remember where we found it?
An estate sale. And I really wanted it. And I begged for it forever.
Yeah.
And it works.
We actually went to the estate sale and then saw it, came back home, and you like couldn't get it off your mind. And so we bought that before we even had a vision for this room, and I was kind of worried it wasn't going to work out.
Always right.
Always right. Just like your mama.
No.
No! Okay, so the secretary desk, it fits perfect. We actually had thought maybe we could paint it, but once we put it in there and saw that wood with the black and the white, there was like no way. Do you still want to paint it?
No.
No. It's awesome. It looks really, really good. Really vintage, old world. We got some treasures up there. Where'd you get that? What's that knife called?
Obsidian knife.
Obsidian knife.
I made it.
You made it?
I made it.
With Uncle Richard?
Yeah.
That's cool. I forgot you did that. That's really awesome. So she made that, so we definitely wanted to put it on display there. I found that little duck. What are they called?
I don't know.
They use it for hunting.
I don't think they use it for hunting. Decoys?
Decoys. Yes, this duck decoy. I thought it was really cool looking. Definitely old and used and loved. And then I just found this tiny little crock that she can kind of put some of her odd and ends in. And then we put this really cool diffuser in here so she can diffuse oils when she wants to, and this little cozy corner looks really great. Let's see. Should we talk about the art that we found for the room? All right, which one's your favorite piece?
That one.
That one? Okay. Yeah, so what actually happened, I went to a thrift store and found these 2 identical frames, super cheap. I think they were like $5 each, if that. They don't have glass in them, but I actually liked that because when you kind of print digital art and don't put it behind glass, it kind of looks a little more authentic, like an oil painting, even though it was just a really affordable print that I found on Etsy. I will link, by the way, I will link to all of the sources that I can. Of course, a lot of this is thrifted or from antique stores, but whatever I bought, I will definitely link for you in the description, and then you'll find even more details on my blog post. So just wanted to make sure I mentioned that before I forget. So the art, You kind of helped me pick it out, didn't you? Mm-hmm. I had found a bunch that I thought would be good for the size that we wanted, and then you kind of picked them out, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yep, they turned out pretty good. So we found this one over on this side. Why do you like it? What do you like about it?
The people.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating. Cool painting. My favorite is the painting over here. I think the colors work really well with her room. It's just got that touch of red in it. That looks really good. All right, and then I also found a couple little gems at the antique store. This one above her secretary desk. Do you like that? Yeah. It had the right shape for sure, and it's just a really beautiful kind of dark midnight scene that I like. And this one, it just reminded me of Ray. She's just got such a little imagination. And this pretty little girl in the black and white photo with the wood frame was just really super sweet. You love black and whites, don't you? You're always sketching black and whites. You love them. So I found that for you. All right, and then this piece up above her closet, it's a big canvas. I really wanted some art in here that was Christian based, would help you remember your Heavenly Father and that He loves you. So again, I pulled up a whole bunch of different pieces of Christian art, and you picked this one. Do you want to tell them why?
Because I liked it.
You liked it. Why did you like it so much? And I knew you would like it the second I saw it. My sweet little Ray. Ever since she was a baby, she likes to hold hands. Is this awkward that I'm telling the world? But she was just a little toddler, and the only way she'd fall asleep is to hold my hand and tell me to ease. That meant sing. I'm not sure that was a very good part, but she's always just been a little hand holder. So awkward. No, I just knew that picture would resonate with you. Just the thought of Heavenly Father holding your hand through life. Let's see, what else do you want to talk about? The rug was just you wanted something really plush and soft, so I think I found a good one there. It's
no point of having a scratchy rug.
No, she did not want a scratchy rug. Sometimes I do scratchy rugs. She wanted a soft rug for her room, and we got her that. I love it. It's just kind of darker gray with some ivory in there. I think it goes really well with the colors. Oh, we didn't talk about the other things on this other nightstand over here. I've just got a cool lamp with some texture on it. It actually came from Hobby Lobby. I couldn't really find a vintage one I loved. And then I found some cool florals that we propped in this really old vase. And then I found this cool little box that she can put beside her bed. She put her scriptures in there. A lot of times you have your Kindle in there to read at night. You can put your phone in there until you turn it in. Anyway, just a nice little container for her beside her bed for all of her stuff. So that works great. Okay, so this room was finally finished. We went just a couple days ago antique shopping. We found some good stuff, huh? So with the platform bed, this little one still likes to shove stuff. You're not so little anymore. I think we're like the same level. You slouch, I'll sit down. No, but she likes to stick stuff under her bed, and actually we kind of need a little more storage. But since it's a platform bed, it was looking pretty messy. So we found a couple of really cool vintage suitcases that are like really good shape inside. We didn't want them kind of nasty inside. And I think we can even probably get a couple more stick on the sides, but we'll keep hunting. But once we found those, I knew that that would help keep under the bed looking nice, and I think they just kind of look cool. They kind of go with the room. Oh, we didn't talk about this blanket we're sitting on. It's a scratchy blanket. It's a scratchy blanket. But it's really pretty, right? Like the second you saw it, you wanted it. Why?
Not because it was scratchy.
We didn't know it would be. It's a wool blanket, so it's a little scratchy, but it's an accent blanket, so you don't actually use it. I know, I'm sorry. The things I do. But anyway, I just found it on Etsy, and we love that it had these color tones, kind of red, black and ivory definitely flows with the room really well. All right, then the other cool thing I put on the walls was your black velvet curtains. That was kind of bold for me too, huh? Were you shocked?
Yes.
Yeah, when I bought black velvet curtains, but man, they look so good. I was worried when I made the purchase, but we put them up. They look so good. Ray really wanted a queen size bed in here. We'd kind of had that in there because that's the mattress we had, and she grew accustomed to sleeping on a big bed and sprawling out. But the room's not that huge, and so we could have either put the bed against this wall or above the window, which is not always ideal from a design standpoint. But I think it works actually really well in this space. The bed is proportionate with the length of the room. But the hard part was closing your blinds at night or your curtains because it's behind the bed. So I splurged a little and got her a mechanical window blind so she can just push the button, lower her blinds. So they're these faux jute roller shades. We actually had them in our last house in the master bathroom, not with a mechanical motor, but they're a really affordable roller shade. Normally those look kind of cheap, but with that kind of faux jute texture printed on it, I think it actually looks really well. And then she can easily open and shut her shades at night and in the morning, so that works pretty good. So it just all worked out to put the bed there, and we made it work so that she could open her shades. So the other spot that we haven't talked about is your closet. We opted not to put any door or curtain there. We just kind of like it open. We actually did that long before the room because we really needed organization, but we just added some furniture and built in around it to make it look kind of like a very built-in custom closet. She's got a drawer unit over here, and then we've stacked baskets there for her laundry. You can see here her clothes follow a red and black and green theme as well. It's just definitely your color palette. But I just found lots of cool bins and things to hold her stuff so that she can still have plenty of room to store things, but it's kind of more organized and neat. We won't tell them what's behind the door, will we? That we had to take out to photograph the room.
It's not that bad.
Oh, it's bad. We've got our work cut out for us. No, but a lot of these bins still are kind of empty. We got our suitcases we need to fill. So after all this is done, we will definitely be able to fill all these suitcases and nightstands and get your room nice and organized. That will be good. So the other thing she really wanted in her room was like a corkboard and whiteboards. And I kind of cringed a little on those two because they're not always the most pleasing things to look at, but it worked to put them right here in our closet. She can hang stuff on them, pictures, she can write her cute little quotes and things, and it works so that it's in her closet where it's not necessarily filling up these beautiful walls, but you have a space to be creative. So that was important to me, and they were just, I think I just picked them up from Walmart and just stuck them to the wall. Then the hubs built this little pegboard so she can hang like hats and jackets and bags there. I just found this really small little bench. I believe I got it from Target from the Magnolia line. It works for her to be able to throw clothes on and when she doesn't want to hang them up, or sit down and put your socks on and all that good stuff. So lots of great functional storage in her closet. Oh, then I also found these cool brass hooks from IKEA. I thought they would look perfect in her room, so we just stuck it on the inside of the doors, and she can hang whatever she wants to there, but we kind of styled it with one of her red and black flannels and a cute little hat. It looks pretty cute. I should also add we got doors for her room, these gorgeous oak 8 foot tall, I believe they are. I don't know why I'm looking at you, that you don't know the answer to that. But really tall French doors. These took me a long time to save up for, but aren't you glad to have doors on your room? Yeah. And so I found these really cool iron handles to go with it, and she's got this really cool little latch lock. So those doors look pretty darn cool. Okay, I think we've just about mentioned everything, except I just realized the thing above us, the light fixture. So I found this really cool big wicker light fixture. And I think it looks really good. It's actually inspired from this space that we saw online. It was like the first space that I saw that I could kind of get a vision for the red and black. And I like that they threw in the green, the fresh plants, and then the wicker light. So that really was the inspirational image, but then we made it our own with kind of the vintage items and the collected look. So girl, do you love your room?
Yep.
Yep, it's all yours. She had to sleep on the couch last night because I made the bed and then ran out of daylight. So you'll be glad to sleep in your room.
Yes.
Thanks for being on camera with me. It's so much fun. She was thrilled when I said, hey, you gotta share this room with me too. You did good. I know, it's awkward to be on camera. But you're sweet, and you are literally the coolest kid I know. And now you have the coolest room for the coolest kid. Do you know what makes you cool?
No.
No?
No.
You're very, very kind. You're very, very smart. You're very, very confident. And you're my daughter.
Oh.
All right, it's getting sappy. We'll wrap it up. I love photography. This room is a challenge. So if you have a minute, stop by my blog and you'll see some cool photos. Maybe you have some Pinterest boards where you'd like to share them or pin them on your own Pinterest boards. Thanks so much for watching. This was a lot of fun for me. This room was a challenge, a good challenge, and I think it turned out really good. So let me know in the comments below what you think of this space. The next space is my 13-year-old daughter, and she is completely opposite. She wanted pink walls, so this will be fun. So hope you're subscribed to see all of our home projects for this pole barn home that we have built from the ground up. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to come back for more inspiration for, do you remember my tagline?
For Ray's room.
For Ray's room, no, more inspiration for do-it-yourself living. For Ray's room?